Ilara loved the woods at twilight. Not just the golden hour, but that deep blue hush that settled just before true darkness, when the trees seemed to exhale the day's secrets and the air grew cool and sharp with the scent of pine and damp earth. It was during one such walk, her footsteps barely rustling the fallen leaves, that she heard it, a soft, desperate scrabbling, followed by a low, guttural whimper that spoke of pure agony. Her heart leaped, a mix of apprehension and an immediate instinctive pull to investigate. She moved slowly, carefully, pushing aside a screen of low-hanging branches, and there, in a small, shadowed clearing, was the source of the sound. A fox. Its fur, a vibrant, fiery red even in the dimming light, was matted with dirt and leaves. One of its slender legs was caught in a cruel, rusted metal trap clamped tightly around its paw. The creature was pulling, thrashing weakly, its eyes wide with a terror so profound it mirrored Ilara's own sudden surge of fear and pity. For a long moment, Ilara simply stood, frozen. The fox ceased its struggling, its head turning, fixing its intelligent, amber gaze directly on her. There was no aggression in its eyes, only an unbearable pain and a flicker of what looked like a desperate plea. It was a wild creature, yes, a predator, but in that moment, it was utterly vulnerable, a captive of human indifference. A wave of profound empathy washed over Ilara, eclipsing her initial hesitation. She knew, with a certainty that resonated deep within her, that she couldn't just leave it there. Approaching the trapped animal was not easy. Every instinct screamed caution. She knelt slowly, speaking in a low, gentle voice, the kind she used with skittish stray cats. "Hey there," she murmured, her voice a little shaky. "It's okay. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to help." The fox watched her, its body tense, but it didn't snarl or snap. Its breathing was shallow, ragged. Examining the trap, Ilara saw it was an old, rusty thing, but its jaws were formidable. She remembered her grandfather, a quiet man who knew the woods intimately, showing her how to release the tension on such devices, though he'd never used them for harm. With painstaking care, her fingers trembling slightly, she began to press on the release mechanism, the metal cold and unyielding against her skin. The fox flinched with every slight movement she made, its body rigid, but it remained remarkably still, as if understanding this was its only hope. The air was thick with tension, the only sounds the slight rustle of leaves, Ilara's quiet murmurs, and the fox's shallow gasps. Finally, with a soft metallic click, the trap's jaws sprang open. The fox recoiled, pulling its injured paw free with a swift, jerky movement. For a moment, it remained crouched, panting, its eyes still fixed on Ilara. Then, with a sudden burst of energy, it bolted. It didn't look back, disappearing into the deepening shadows as silently as it had appeared. Ilara sat back on her heels, a huge sigh escaping her lips. Her hands were smudged with dirt and a little blood, but her heart felt lighter, a quiet sense of purpose fulfilled. She walked home slowly, the woods now completely dark around her, guided only by the faint light of the moon filtering through the canopy. The image of the fox, its desperate eyes, and then its swift escape, replayed in her mind. She felt a profound connection to the wildness she had touched, a quiet satisfaction that resonated long after she was safely back in her cozy home. That night, Ilara fell into a deep, dreamless sleep, or so she thought. Sometime in the small hours, a dream began to unfurl, vivid and unsettling. She was back in the same patch of woods, but it was bathed in an unnatural silvery light, neither day nor night. The trees stood taller, their branches reaching like skeletal fingers. And there, emerging from the shadows, was the fox. But this was not the same terrified, injured creature. It moved with an ethereal grace, its red fur shimmering like polished copper. Its eyes, however, were what truly held her. They were no longer amber. They glowed with an ancient, knowing intelligence, like pools of liquid gold. The fox approached her slowly, deliberately, not with the wary caution of a wild animal, but with a strange, almost regal bearing. It stopped a few feet away, its head tilted slightly, observing her. And then it spoke, not with a fox's yip or bark, but in a man's voice. It was a deep, resonant baritone, a voice that seemed to vibrate in the very air around her, yet it was barely above a whisper. It flowed around her, through her, a warm current that sent shivers down her spine. The words were clear, distinct, echoing in the dreamscape. "Debt paid," the fox whispered, its golden eyes holding hers. The dream fractured then, dissolving into swirling mist and formless shadows. Ilara woke abruptly, bolt upright in her bed, her heart hammering against her ribs. The room was dark, silent, save for the soft hum of the refrigerator from the kitchen. The dream, particularly those final chilling words, clung to her like a cold, damp shroud. "Debt paid. I'll eat the next one for you." The words replayed over and over. What did it mean? Who was the next one? Was it a warning, a promise of protection, or something darker? A strange, fated exchange she had unwittingly entered into by her act of kindness. The gratitude felt real, but the nature of the payment was unsettling, leaving a lingering sense of mystery and a strange primal unease. The experience of freeing the fox was simple, an act of pure compassion, but the dream had transformed it into something profound, something that hinted at a hidden world just beneath the surface of the ordinary. A world where debts are repaid in unexpected ways, and nature holds secrets far deeper than we can comprehend. It left Ilara with a sense of wonder, a touch of fear, and an enduring curiosity about the unseen threads that connect us all. What do you make of Ilara's strange dream? Have you ever had an encounter that felt like it had a deeper, mysterious meaning? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more tales that explore the curious and unexplained corners of our world. Until next time, keep looking for the magic and the mystery that surrounds us every day.